If you feel like you have something holding you back, something like, I don't want to show up, or I feel uncomfortable, I might get it wrong, that you want to be right all the time, or you want to get it right. These are the kinds of things that they show up in the mind. And this is what we hear in our minds, but it comes from something much deeper. And I want to give you a perspective on this that might help, especially if you feel like you're stuck taking that next step. Now, this next step could be in any category. It could be in your wellness, it could be putting yourself out there, speaking more, being more productive at a higher level. It could be really in any area. So let's look at this. If you have something inside of you that's a feeling, maybe it's embarrassment, maybe it's some feeling of not quite good enough, that is going to send a signal to your brain, and your brain will try to solve or give you information to make that feeling right. And that's going to stop you from doing anything that you want to do that's outside of your comfort zone. So, if we can look at this a little bit more from the perspective of being curious rather than trying to get it right or trying to solve it, this may lighten up the load that you carry when you are not able to take that next step, right? And oftentimes we're not taking that next step again in any category. I have specific people in mind right now that I'm thinking about, but whether you want to be a musician and you want to put yourself out there, one of the things that the brain and the subconscious is really good at doing, let me differentiate. The brain, the mind, it is always going to try to solve for your survival. The subconscious is keeping you safe, and it's doing it on autopilot. Okay, so they're a little different. That's why we have to understand them and then move forward with this new information and look at what you really want to do. So I'm just trying to address this one piece right now, and that is holding yourself back from taking the next step, even if it's a small step, right? Sometimes we'll want to take the next step. We don't know what that next step is. And so our brain, our mind is going to try and figure out the biggest, most intense step and say no and shut it down because it's keeping you safe instead of what's just maybe the next best step. It could be getting new strings for your guitar. It could be taking a breath. It could be getting water and starting to drink water every single day for the next 30 days. That probably would do more for your weight loss than any diet would ever, right? Just getting hydrated. There's a free tip there, right, for you. Look, we are here to lead lives that are ours from ourselves, not be someone else or not prove to someone else who we are. That is doing a disservice to you, to your community, to your business, to whatever it is that you are here to do. And we can definitely talk about the bigger picture or the bigger life force that's here. We're doing a disservice to God, whomever you want to put there, but the connection to a higher power. If you are not showing up or allowing for the things that are pushing out of you or wanting to come up out of you and into the world because of fear. And I'm not talking to you from my own little silo. I'm talking to you from this is my daily practice, and being a therapist and being in this field of wellness and health for over 30 years. I know this for myself and have to really work with myself on this as well. So be gentle with yourself as you look through this. And when things come up where you feel like oh, I can't do that, but it's still wanting to come up, right? It still keeps popping up and there's something there. Take this lens and look at it from a place of curiosity and look at, oh, my subconscious, we could call part of it's the ego trying to keep me safe. It's trying to keep some belief about me being safe in some way, whatever that capacity is. Right now, the subconscious and then the thoughts can have a little bit of, the mind can be really logical and try to figure things out. And then the subconscious is this just trying to lead life. And so they sometimes get disconnected. And that's where then we get this fragmented energy. So what I'm always trying to teach is just coming back into that alignment, not just mentally and physically, emotionally, even spiritually, but the whole piece is all aligned from a place of understanding and integration so that you can literally radically positively transform whatever your beliefs are that are holding you back from being the best version of you physically, right? In the best shape of your life, in the best mental well-being state of your life. And what does that look like? And then playing from there and using that.